Woj has an excellent story on ESPN.com that points out that, quote, Davis, while not longing for a major market team, does long for a well-run, well-balanced franchise. He is in the second year of a 5-year, $127 million deal. That story also talks about the fact that the Celtics keep calling the Pelicans, saying, hey, we've got lots of picks, we've got a nice roster, interested in anything, what do you want? They obviously are coveting him. Davis talks about how he wants to stay in New Orleans. He's very clear about that. But he says winning is the most important thing to me. So I guess, should he stay loyal to New Orleans if that's the case? You
know what? My way of thinking when you ask a player, should he stay loyal, is, well, should they also stay loyal to him as well? It kind of goes both ways, you know, because the young man has already got paid, you know, so obviously for him, he's come from an organization in college that are used to winning, so he wants to get back to that winning. He wants to win. And, you know, right now, New Orleans does not seem to be the right fit right now. But
they're
again,
in the playoffs?
Right now, they're in the hunt. You know, they got two great players, obviously, in Boogie and Davis. But, again, I understand exactly where he's coming from.
Right.
You know, he wants to win, not just this year. He wants to win on a consistent basis, kind of like San Antonio and teams like that.
Right. I agree 100%. Like, he's already got the bag, so he's, you know, him and his family are taken care of.
I like that, the bag.
He got the bag. He might have a couple of bags.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
He might have a couple of bags, but to Byron's point, like, he wants to win. You know, he comes from a winning pedigree, like you said, out of Kentucky. They're in the playoffs right now. They have, you know, another great player in Boogie Cousins. But let's be honest, they're not going to win a championship in the foreseeable future unless they make some things happen. And for him, for his legacy, like we talked about off air, you don't want to see his talent be wasted.
That's the thing that's hard for me. I love New Orleans. I think that basketball team is actually important to them. I was around them when the rebuilding of the Hurricane, and that team is very meaningful to sort of their rebirth. And I want them to succeed there. And they went and brought in Boogie. I think Alvin's a great coach. I think that they are right now in the playoff hunt. But I am also overwhelmingly just, I mean, if Anthony Davis spends his whole career locked in a team that, like, barely makes the playoffs and never makes, I mean, that would be such a waste of incredible talent. It is hard to reconcile, and I hate this idea of loyalty in sports because the truth is
there is none.
No one's loyal to anyone. And AD brings up in the story, well, that's the thing. AD brings up in the story talking to Woj. He's like, he brings up Isaiah Thomas, and he says, IT took him to an Eastern Conference Finals, and they traded his butt that summer. So, you know, it's a tough thing to figure out. But you do look, as you pointed out, they gave him the bag, so you do you do want him to show them that heart, which I think he does.
I think he does every night.
It's hard to say what should happen there next for him.